you tell them one thing. Just win, baby.
It's because you're not feeling Uzi.
The Las Vegas Patriots, Raiders, have been busy these past couple of days, from hiring former Pats wide receiver Danny Amendola as the new returners coach to signing longtime Patriots backup quarterback Brian Hoyer to a 2-year deal. Say what you want about this signing, I believe it's another solid signing to solidify the quarterback position, especially with a guy who knows the offense in and out, and could also help a young quarterback develop alongside of Jimmy G. Now, we all knew that this was coming the moment the Patriots released him, but for it to actually happen is crazy, which brings up the question, are they trying to bring in the Patriot Way here in Las Vegas? It's hard not to think about that, right? With all the ex-Patriot signings that we've had since Josh McDaniels and Dave Ziegler have been hired, the team now has a total of 12 players that used to play in Foxborough. You got Jimmy G, Brian Hoyer, Jacoby Myers, Philip Dorsett, Isaiah Zuber, DeAndre Carter, Brandon Bolden, Jermaine Illuminor, Justin Herron, Jakob Johnson, Chandler Jones, and Adam Butler. Now, whether this is the Patriot Way or not, we'll all at least get to see Josh McDaniels play in 2023 with the guys that he actually wants. Let's just hope that it all works out, because we all know that the Raider Way hasn't been working for us for a long time. Moving on to the NFL draft, we've got a lot of news and reports going on. After we heard that the Raiders could possibly be trading up for a quarterback, Todd McShay recently reported that when it comes to a potential first-round rookie quarterback, if it's not CJ Stroud or Bryce Young, the Raiders aren't interested.
Stop the cap.
To be honest with you guys, I feel like this is straight cap. We all know that they're trying to throw smoke out there and not let any other teams know their next move. Because I'm pretty sure if Anthony Richardson was available for us for the taking, he would definitely be somebody that we could see here in the silver and black. But let's just say that McShay is telling the truth. It still would be a win-win for the Raiders, because we can always trade back or maybe even draft the best defensive player available at number 7. One thing's for sure, this draft is real important for the Raiders to take that next step going into 2023. But don't just take my word for it. Here's what former Raiders quarterback Rich Gannon had to say about this draft.
The last decade of drafts for the Raiders have been a major disappointment, and that's why this spring's draft is absolutely critical for the Raiders. Now, you look at their former general managers, Reggie McKenzie and Mike Mayock, they both struggled to find solid players regardless of where and when they were drafted. In fact, with the recent release of Derek Carr, the Raiders have 0 players left on the roster that they drafted between 2014 and 2017, and just 1 player between 2014 and 2018, and that's their left tackle, Colton Miller. Just listen to some of the misses that they've had with former first-round picks: Carl Joseph, Garyon Conley, Clelin Ferrell, Jonathan Abrams, Henry Ruggs, Damon Arnett, and Alex Leatherwood. None of the aforementioned are on the Raiders roster, and a few of them aren't even in the league anymore. After another disappointing season last year for the Raiders, current general manager Dave Ziegler realizes how important this spring's draft is. And keep in mind, along with the Houston Texans, the Raiders have the most picks, 12 in the first round. The Raiders absolutely need to make those picks count in April.
And man, that's sad looking back at all those misses that this team has had in the NFL draft. You can't blame Josh McDaniels or Dave Ziegler for that. You can only judge them on what they do this next season, and especially in this NFL draft. All of those picks, all of those misses were Mike Mayock, John Gruden, Reggie McKenzie, and the regime before that. We all know the biggest weakness for the Raiders is the defensive side of the ball, and going into this draft and getting guys is going to be really important. I know a lot of people don't want to get a quarterback in the first round. I'm not really opposed to that, but we heard from our GM Ziegler that we can't turn this defense around in just one draft. With a total of 12 picks in this draft, let's just hope they can pick the right players. Now, another bit of rumor that's been going around is the fact that the Raiders have contacted the Arizona Cardinals about trading up to number 3 and even acquiring about Deandre Hopkins. I've already told you guys how I felt about that. I would be open to that. And one player that could possibly be in that trade package is wide receiver Hunter Renfrow. And if the Raiders are serious about moving up in the draft, possibly to get the quarterback that they want, then I'm pretty sure that Hunter Renfrow would be on that list. I mean, getting the 3rd overall pick as well as getting a guy like DeAndre Hopkins on the roster, man, would do wonders for this offense. You have Devontae Adams, you have DeAndre Hopkins. I know a lot of people are going to say that he's already past his prime. I still think that he has a lot in the tank to go out there and help take this offense to the next level. Then you still got a guy like Jacoby Myers in the slot. You got guys like DeAndre Carter. You got other guys like Philip Dorsett. A lot of people on this roster, especially on the offensive side of the ball, that can help this offense out. But I did see a mock trade on Raider posted story. I don't know whether this is true or not, of what the Raiders can get the 3rd pick for, and it looks like the Raiders would be giving up the 7th overall pick, the 70th overall pick, which is in the 3rd round, next year's 2nd round pick, and wide receiver Hunter Renfrow to move up to number 3. Would you guys make that trade? Maybe if they threw DeAndre Hopkins in there as well. Let me know your thoughts down in the comments below. So with all that being said, Raider Nation, I want to ask you guys, who is a sleeper pick in this year's NFL draft that you could see helping the Raiders out, whether it's in the 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th round? Let me know down in the comments below. If you guys enjoyed this video, don't forget to smash that like button. Also, if this is the very first time you're coming across my channel and you love the Las Vegas Raiders, then hit that subscribe button, hit that notification icon button to notify you guys when I upload more videos just like this. Until the next one, this is your boy Samoan Raider, and your boy is yeah.